What's up squad, my name is ESO and welcome to the channel where I show you all the unique weapons in Nuka World. In this video I'll be showing you how to get 4 legendary items. And please do listen carefully because it's very easy to miss out one of them if you make the wrong choice. So the first thing we're going to be getting is Oswald's hat. This is a unique piece of headgear that gives you a 10% boost to your movement speed. So not only do you look dapper, but you can also whiz around the place as well. There's actually some pretty nifty things you can do with this movement speed boosting gear. But the next thing is obviously the unique suit, the Magician's Tuxedo. A pretty swag tux that reduces the damage we take from human opponents by 15%. It's not really a very good legendary effect, but the suit does look pretty awesome, especially with the hat to go with it. So this is what the set looks like. And of course we'll also be getting the unique legendary weapon, the Sword of Wonders. And indeed it is quite a wondrous thing to have a legendary effect that ignores 30% of the target's damage and energy resistance. So I'll also be showing you how to upgrade and build your character to get the most damage out of this weapon as well. And lastly, we'll also be getting another random legendary item from a guaranteed legendary enemy that you'll have to kill. So to get this bundle of legendary artifacts, we must travel north from Nuka World, USA, just here on the map, to Kiddie Kingdom. I'm now going to show you how we can get to the theatre within the Kiddie Kingdom, because it can be a bit of a maze if you haven't been here before. And now before we enter the actual kingdom itself, I do suggest that you grab some Rad-X and pop a few just before entering. Oswald is a bit of a wanker, you see, and he has kindly irradiated the whole location for us. So I've already taken the liberty of slaughtering all the ghouls at this location just to make this video faster for you guys to watch. And to be honest, this location is so interesting, I am going to be making a lore video about it at some point, just about the whole story behind it, because it is really cool. So do make sure you check out that in the description below, or just subscribe so you don't miss it. But do take care of this ride, because if it hits you, it hits like a truck. This thing hurts. So now just come down here, head right under this arch and then go up these stairs. Turn left at the merry-go-round. And why do I feel like I'm giving directions to a child around a theme park? So head over this bridge right ahead, but do take care when you go through these wooden doors because there are 2 rocket launchers on the other side that will fire when you open it. I've already disarmed it so they won't fire for me. But as you can see, if you just open it and then step back, it should be safe. So head up these flight of stairs to your left and you will find the double red doors that take us inside the theatre. So just head on inside. Oswald himself will invite you into his theatre. No matter what you do here, he will start a fight. I told you he was a wanker, didn't I?
And now, the show you've all been waiting for, Oswald the Outrageous!
I'll admit, I didn't think you'd make it this far. I can tell you're different than the usual invaders, so I'll not bother with the usual tricks and illusions I use to scare off the superstitious. When the bombs fell, everything changed. We changed. And somehow, I received a gift. Actual magic. The stuff of legends. Perhaps you'd like to see some. Up!
So just kill him. Once he's dead, he will teleport away like some kind of gentlemanly ninja. Make sure that you save your game here, and then just have a bit of a gander until he invites you onto the roof to battle with him. So this is the most important part, as the decision you make here will decide whether or not you get the unique Magician's Tuxedo or not. So there are 2 ways we can deal with Oswald. Firstly is the non-violent way, so I'll just show you what speech options to select and how it plays out.
You raiders are all the same. You come into someone's home, steal their belongings, and kill those they care about. I'm not going to let you kill any more of my friends. This is our home, not yours.
I'm not your enemy. This can end without bloodshed.
We've defended this place for over 200 years. Do you think you're the first outsider I've met that's chosen to brand feral ghouls as monsters? How many of them have you needlessly slaughtered while ignorantly thinking you're doing the world a favor?
Ghouls like your friends. It's too late for them. The radiation changed them. Forever.
So you're admitting my friends are sick, and yet you try to kill them anyway? I'd say that makes you the only monster around here.
It's not a sickness. The radiation has consumed their minds. They've become feral.
You're wrong. Rachel is going to find a way to cure them. We're going to fix this. My beloved left this place years ago to find a cure to this disease. In return, I swore that I'd keep our people safe by defending our home. When Rachel walks back through those gates with the cure in hand, then you'll see, everyone will see, that I was right.
So at the point in the conversation where you get to these two options, where you can either send him away or tell him the truth about the feral ghouls, it doesn't actually matter which one you pick, but depending on your charisma skill, you may fail.
If there is a cure, the only way she'll find it is with your help.
Maybe you're right. If Rachel is still out there, I'll find her, and we'll search for this cure together. I'll gather what remains of my friends, and we'll leave this place in your care. Don't worry about the radiation. It will no longer be a burden to you and your kind. Here, you should have this. Consider it an apology for misjudging you.
But if you pass the speech check, Oswald will reward you with his sword and his hat. Obviously because he's still wearing his tux, he won't give that to you, and then he'll just disappear. How rude. So you won't actually be able to get his tux with the non-violent method. So to actually get his tux in addition to these items, we will instead have to kill him. So alternatively, we will come into the roof and instead choose to fight him. So somehow, Oswald has just turned absolute beast mode. He is literally now a tank. I don't know what chems he was taking, but he's just an absolute god since the last time we battled him. You'll find that he has more health, does more damage, and you'll have to kill him several times over before he finally dies. As you can see in the video, he's just plain rude. He'll also be summoning lots of his brethren posse to hustle you. During these waves of painted ghouls, one of them will be legendary, and obviously that's where you can get the additional legendary item from said ghoul. If you have any difficulty with this battle, and it is quite hard on harder difficulties, do check out the description below for my weapon and armor guides, that will help you out. After you've finally killed Oswald, you can loot his hat, his tuxedo, and his sword from his corpse. Do me a favour when you're done though and just toss his corpse over the castle walls. Now let me talk about this sword. The Sword of Wonders. It's actually a unique Chinese officer sword, and the nice thing about this weapon is that it's fully upgraded with the best possible upgrade, so you don't need to worry about those crafting perks. The weapon itself though has a base damage of 38. It has a serrated blade mod, which basically makes the enemy bleed for 15 points of damage every hit you do to them. This effect ignores armor anyway, but it also stacks. So if you hit somebody 3 times for example, the bleed effect will stack for 45 damage. Then it also has the electrified effect, which does 22 energy damage a hit, and that also works quite nicely with the legendary effect. So in order to do more damage with this weapon, we will of course need the correct perks. This weapon is firstly affected by the Big Leagues perk, which doubles the damage you do with melee weapons. And then after that, grab the Bloody Mess perk, which will give you another 15% boost to your damage. You can further increase the damage of this weapon by investing in the Strength attribute. So for every 1 point you have in strength, the weapon does another 10% more damage. So how useful is this weapon? Well, the unique legendary effect is very useful, but only in certain situations. So versus enemies that are wearing armor, like power armor, combat armor, So in my opinion though, this weapon is kind of too situational for that reason. It is by no means a bad weapon though. It's still really fun to use, and indeed it's got good damage. But the thing is, you can actually get the same weapon with a better legendary effect down below in the description. The other weapon has a plus 50% damage to robots effect, which really helps with this weapon's main problem, which is of course versus robots. So do check that out down below in the description if you're interested. But if you did find this video helpful guys, please do hit that like button in return. That's how I know that you want to see more videos like this one. Thanks again for watching guys, my name is ESO and I will see you, loyal subscriber, in the next Fallout 4 video guide. Goodbye and have a fantastic day.